Hi there. Welcome. Another thrift finds video. A couple of strange, weird, and odd records I have. But before that, I have to mention a little something. Um, I haven't been regular with uploading videos. I have multiple videos on my phone. Um, right now, there's one on my phone, and while I'm recording this one, but I haven't been uploading them. Fast enough. I think maybe not maybe definitely because of some issues that personally happened with me and my family. A couple of weeks ago, my brother passed away, and I didn't feel like uploading any videos. Um, it's stuff like that that happens. I'm not going into specifics, but he was only 3 years older than I am, so it kind of hits hard. Uh, but yeah, that's it. Um, did not think about not doing any more videos because that's not who I am. I enjoy doing these videos. And I will try to upload them quicker. If things happen, then they happen and it's impossible, but I'll try to do it quicker. Um, Also, I'll try, hopefully, to do a little competition in the near future. Maybe next video after this one or after that one. I don't know. But I'll explain in this video a little, yeah, in a couple of records. I'm taking this off. It's warm. Um, okay, so I got a lot of records at the thrift, and some of them are really good. Some of them are really weird. Some of them are like, what the hell? Why did you buy it? I wonder myself. Uh, but I picked them up anyway. I have three 7-inch records and a whole stack of LPs, 12 inches, EPs, whatever. It's all in there. Let's get started. First up, Rogier van Otterlo. This is a 7-inch that comes out of here. There we are. It's on CBS. It's called Help, de dokter verzuipt, which translates to Help, the doctor is drowning. It's a Dutch movie from 1974, and I clearly remember that this was kind of a funky track, and it is. It's sort of a jazz funk um, song track. It starts off with an amazing drum beat, drum well, not a drum break, but a drum beat, and then it just goes into this loungy, funky tune, which is awesome. Um, the B side, which is called Irene. I don't know really what that sounds like. This is a little picture from the movie. I don't know if I've seen the movie, but it's Rogier van Otterlo, and he's able to do some really good stuff. This is an amazing 7-inch. I'm glad I picked it up. Where can I put that? Here. Up next are two 7-inches from the Paradiso Vinyl Club. One is a uh, standard, normal release, part of their ongoing series. And one that I'm going to show you now is a little bonus 7-inch that I got in the mail. They tend to do that. They tend to throw in little extras here and there, posters. I got a beer cozy once. Socks. I got a pair of socks. Like, why? But cool. Um, and I got this 7-inch as a little extra. Well, everyone who's subscribed, I guess. It's Bears Den, All That You Are. See, there's the Paradiso Vinyl Club logo, I guess. It's a huge ass logo. There's two versions of this song. It's a studio version and a live version. And it comes on white vinyl. Uh, I've listened to it. I don't really remember what it sounds like, but it's I believe, sort of a indie folk kind of thing, which is okay, not really my cup of tea. And here's where uh, I'll start sort of teasing the competition that I'm planning on. I got a whole stack of these Paradiso Vinyl Club 7 inches. And some of them I really, really enjoy, and some of them I'm like, it's cool, but I'm not going to play it anymore. And I can do a couple of things. I can go on Discogs and list them as for sale because they do tend to go between 7 and 15 euros still. Uh, or I can give them away in a little competition, which I will be doing. I have to look at how many 7 inches that I'm willing to part with. Um, my idea is like I'm gonna get two batches of 5 7 inches, so in total 10, and I'll be giving two lucky winners a stack of 5 7 inches, part of the Paradiso Vinyl Club series, um, which means you'll be able to hear Dutch music that you probably will not hear otherwise. This is a UK 7 inch. I might throw that in one of the uh, packages. Um, I'll probably tell more information, but it's going to be 7 inches by the Paradiso Vinyl Club that I'm going to give away. A little competition, just some records. Here's another one. This is Nagasaki Swim with The Wade Part 2 and Eternal. Just for your information, all of these 7 inches are numbered, limited numbered editions. And some of them are colored, like this one, and some of them aren't. But yeah, this is another indie folk song track. I need to re-listen to this. Love the artwork. But yeah, Nagasaki Swim, part of the Paradiso Vinyl Club. On to LPs. Yeah, let's get started. First up, this is, I think it's called USA Volume 2. And it's a special 6-track maxi, but it's not a maxi, like a 12-inch, because it's 33 and 33 and a third RPM. It's on Bellafon, German label, so it's a German pressing. It's a mini album. Here's the artists. You got Shannon, you got Jackie Moore, Ellie Brown, Nucleus, Enchantment, and Eve Electro. Those two are electro tracks. The rest is sort of a boogie pop thing. It's a really interesting album. I like it. It's fun. It's from 1985. So yeah, Nucleus, awesome. Didn't know that track. I Want to Be a B-Boy. And Eve Electro, Take a Bite, which is kind of repetitive but fun. Great, great album. Really enjoyed it. Now on to an album that I don't really like, but the cover is so awesome. I just had to get it for the artwork. It is The Klezmorim and Streets of Gold. The artwork, if you are familiar with underground artists from the US, you probably recognize it. Yeah, this is Robert Crumb artwork. And yeah, I needed this. I saw this at the Thrift. I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick it up. The name basically screamed klezmer music to me, and it is. It's on a label called Arhuli, and it's from 1978, and it's klezmer music. And if you don't know klezmer music, it's Jewish folk music from, which is mostly instrumental, and yeah, it features fiddles, alt saxophones, trumpets, whatever. It's high tempo at most a lot of the time, and I'm able to stand like 2 or 3 tracks of it, and then I'm like, okay, I've heard it. And that's the same with this album. It's not really my cup of tea, but the artwork, that's the reason why I picked it up, and that's the reason why I'm keeping it. It's just amazing artwork. Then on to a record that I don't know whether or not I'm going to keep, because I used to own it and I didn't really care much for it. It's not bad. It's just really not my cup of tea. And I thought, This might be worth something, and I might be able to sell it or trade it or whatever, and it's not worth a lot. It's the Buffoons with Looking Ahead. This is Dutch pop music. It looks very psychedelic, and it's slightly psych pop, but mostly just pure 60s pop music. It's on Imperial, and yeah, it's decent. I might use this as VCLT in the future, but it's not something I can do anything with. Excuse me. Onto a 12-inch record. This is Leanne Ross with Say You'll Never, and it features a DJ alternative mix of Say You'll Never. Why did I pick this up? Well, it's on ZYX Records, or Zix, which is a German label, and in the 80s, early to mid 80s, they did a lot of Italo disco. And in the late 80s, early 90s, they did a lot of house music. And this is from 1985, so this is Italo disco era. And it sounds like Italo disco. I don't know if it's pure Italo disco, but it's really, really fun. I really enjoy this. This is my kind of guilty pleasure. Just unknown artists like Leanne Ross that create a genre that I really dig. So there you are. Yeah, I'm going to show this really quick because it's kind of like, you probably understand why I pick it up, especially Steve, if you're watching Value Vinyl, you would have picked this up without a doubt. This is a PacMan album. This is translated means The Strange Adventures of PacMan, and it's got a rodent and a moon jumping on ghosts. It's weird. It has some musical things in it, like the PacMan theme, which is instrumental and kind of like funny, but just weird. And there's some more songs, I guess, but mostly it's a story, and the story is about PacMan. I'm gonna tell you the story translated from Dutch to English. It's a sad day in Pac City. The ghosts, Spike, Shadow, Quick, and Shy, that's not originally their names. But hey, we Dutch kids didn't know it, right? So they have stolen all the fruit. Just PacMan can beat the ghosts and return the missing fruit. Come along and search with PacMan for the fruit in the haunted house on the hill. Yeah, it's a kid's record. It's not in greatest shape. If it was in better shape, it would be selling for a little bit more than what I paid for it. But yeah, I just had to grab this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Sometimes you just go like, and turns out to be like me. Here we have Jimmy Bohorn with Dance Across the Floor. Needs a little glue, but otherwise it's in perfect shape. It's a Spanish version on Epic and TK. This is Disco Funk, 1978, Jimmy Bohorn. If you don't know, check out the track, Dance Across the Floor. Everybody knows that. And that's kind of the sound of this record. It's really funky. It's disco, but it's funky and I love it. Gonna go a little quicker now. This is BJ Arnoux, I don't know. 1970 something, 73. When I picked this up, I was like, yeah, probably soul. Kinda is, but it's more show tuney than it is like real soul music. She does a lot of covers like Never Can Say Goodbye, He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother, You've Lost That Loving Feeling, Live and Let Die, Ben. It's that kind of thing. It's not really that good. I think she sang on a couple of songs with the Stones in the 70s, but yeah, BJ Arnoux. Interesting. Not really that good. I also picked up Jeff Love and his orchestra's Big Terror movie themes. Uh, Jeff Love is a band leader who worked with a lot of studio musicians and did a lot of these movie cash-in albums, which were mostly released on MFP, which stands for Music for Pleasure. He also did some studio sessions with musicians that weren't under his Jeff Love name. I totally forgot what the name is, but they did a lot of Afro funk kind of sounding albums, which were amazing. And this has like really good tracks on it, but a lot of like mediocre stuff. He does a really interesting take on Tubular Bells. I still need to listen to the Death Wish track that originally was done by Herbie Hancock, and it goes on and on. Now, I have not heard the B-side, but it's kind of like it's got a certain coolness to it and a certain like cheesiness. Um, but yeah, I just had to pick that up. In the same vein, Close Encounters, music from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This is not the original soundtrack. This is done by the Interplanetary Sound Workshop and Orchestra. That made me go like, could be some Moog inspired versions of this particular record. It's on Pickwick, the UK pressing. No idea if this is any good. Absolutely no idea. But I saw it, I was like, I'll pick it up. It was $1. Another one, sort of similar. This is Encounters of Every Kind by Miko. And well, they did the Star Wars disco version. And this is a whole album, probably Encounters of the Third Kind inspired. I don't know. I have not heard this one yet. This is on RCA from 1978, so it is the disco era, but I'm not sure if it's disco or like serious synthesizer music. I don't know, but I thought this looked interesting, so I'll pick it up. Then I also picked up Bohannon. This is Cut Loose. Really happy that I found this. I love Bohannon. And this is his album from 1979. It's on Mercury. Dutch pressing. Bohannon, if you don't know, he's a pretty cool musician that does a lot of funky stuff. This is sort of probably disco with funk, but I'm sure this is pretty damn cool. But yeah, Bohannon. Had to get this. I'm really glad I did. Then 2 more records. Both of them are, well, actually beat the shit. But I picked them up anyway. On MFP, Music for Pleasure, this is the best of Robert Long and Unit Gloria. Robert Long and Unit Gloria, especially Unit Gloria, they did a lot of the first albums, 2 albums they did are sort of psych classics in the Dutch musical world. So I have not listened to this particular best of, but this is Robert Long, and he became like pretty famous in Holland as a solo artist. But I'm going to check this out, even though it's terrible shape. And the last record I got, I picked this up basically because it has a lot of cool artists. And it's a compilation. And I'm like, okay, let's give it a shot. This is Showcase. Marble Arch. There you are. I have to say what it is because there's no information here. It has Sandy Shaw, Puppet on a String, Long John Baldry, The Kings, The Chartbusters, Val Doonican, no idea who that is, Donovan, he's on there, The Foundations, another track by Donovan, Gino Washington and the Ram Jam Band, another song by The Kings, Otis Redding and Jimmy James and the Vagabonds, Also, not in the best of shape. But yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay, there's a lot of stuff that I know and a lot of stuff I don't really know. Let's pick it up. And that's it. That's my little update. 20 minutes, not little. Uh, Take care. Like I said, I might do a competition video next time or another vinyl finds video. It depends. But there's going to be a competition really soon. So stay tuned and subscribe because if you want to join the competition next time, you got to be subscribed. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye bye.